the scripture,
me doy cuenta de algo.
I noticed something.
Dice así,
It says,
verso 63
verse 63
del libro de Lucas,
of the book of Luke,
el capítulo 22.
chapter 22.
Los hombres que vigilaban a Jesús comenzaron a burlarse de él y a golpearlo. Le vendaron los ojos y le increpaban. Adivina quién te pegó. Y le lanzaban muchos otros insultos.
The men who were guarding Jesus began mocking and beating him. They blindfolded him and demanded, "Prophesy, who hit you?" And they said many other insulting things to him.
Gracias, Señor, por tu palabra.
Thank you, Lord, for your word.
Gracias, Señor, porque sé que nos vas a usar con poder.
Thank you, Lord, because I know that you're going to use us with power.
Gracias, Señor, porque sé
Thank you, Lord, because I know
que nos vas a usar con poder
that you're going to use us with power
para bendecir tus hijos,
to bless your children
bendecir
and bless
tu pueblo.
your people.
Amén. Mire a alguien y
Amen.
dígale,
Look at someone and say,
¿conoces el amor?
do you know the love?
La gente anda confundida
The people are walking around confused
con lo que es querer
with what it is to love
y lo que es amar.
and what it is to like and what it is to love.
Yo he escuchado gente que dice,
I've heard people that say,
en un año
in a year,
te amo.
I love you.
Y yo a veces me pregunto,
And sometimes I ask myself,
¿qué valor le han dado al amor
what value have they given to love
que lo han desvalorizado?
that they have taken the value away?
Si te dijese a ti,
If I were to tell you,
lo que pasa es que la gente comprende el amor con ser bueno.
what happens is that people will comprehend love with being good.
La Biblia dice que de la única forma,
The Bible
la
says
Biblia,
that the only way, the
y como
Bible,
yo le creo a la palabra,
and
no a la
because I believe the
psicología,
word and I don't believe the psychology.
no es que la psicología es incorrecta,
And it's not that the psychology is incorrect,
porque es la ciencia que estudia la mente del ser
because
humano
it's the science that studies the mind of the human being
para poder compartir diferentes o indiferencias mentales
to be able to share differences or indifferences that are mental ones
para entender al ser
so
humano.
that you can understand the human beings.
Pero la palabra dice
But the word says
que al que más se le perdona.
that one that is forgiven the most.
Entonces, ¿cómo es que tú puedes perdonar si alguien comete?
So how is it that you could forgive if somebody
Yo lo que estoy
commits?
es para que usted me ayude.
I mean, I want you to help me out here.
Cometer errores,
You know,
pecados.
committing mistakes,
¿Sabe?
sins.
Por eso es que una persona que viene viviendo una vida desilusionada,
That's why a person that has been living a life of dissolution,
una persona que viene de vivir una vida sufrida,
a person that is coming from living a suffered life,
le lleva ventaja
has an advantage
al que no ha sufrido.
over that one that has not suffered.
No dije que es mejor,
I didn't say it was better.
dije le lleva ventaja.
I said they have an advantage.
Porque cuando una persona ha sufrido y corrige todo eso,
Because when a person has suffered and they correct all of that,
aprende a recibir golpes
they learn how to receive those hits
sin que lo detengan.
without it being able to stop them.
Por eso yo dije, la persona que ama y no perdona no ha aprendido a amar.
That's why I said the person that loves and has not forgiven, they have not learned
Entonces,
how to love.
el amor realmente
And love truly
es sufrido.
is suffered.
Mira a alguien y dile, si quieres amar,
Look at somebody and say, if you want to love,
prepárate para sufrir.
get ready to suffer.
Por eso la tasa de divorcio crece.
That's why the rates of divorces are growing.
Porque la gente se casa por sexo.
Because the people are getting married because of sex.
¿Y sabe dónde la tasa de divorcio está más alta?
And do you know where the rate of divorces is the highest?
En el evangelio.
In the gospel.
Porque quisieron resolver sus problemas en 5 minutos.
Because they wanted to solve their problems in 5 minutes.
Calmar sus tempestades.
And calm down their storms.
Y cuando la tempestad llega de verdad,
And when the storm truly comes,
¿sabe? Yo me levanto todos los días,
you know, I
todos,
wake up every day,
tratando de hacerlo mejor.
trying to do it better.
No es olvidando lo malo que hice.
Not forgetting about the bad things that
No
I
es
did.
siendo un hipócrita conmigo.
Not being a hypocrite with myself.
Entiendo lo que hice mal.
I understand what I did wrong.
Pero quiero levantarme
But I want to get up
por la mentalidad de la palabra.
with the mentality of the word.
Si es un día nuevo,
If it's a new day,
¿por qué tengo que traer
why do I have to bring
las angustias
the anguish
de ayer?
of yesterday?
¿Por qué?
Why?
Porque no he perdonado.
Because I have not forgiven.
La Biblia dice
The Bible says
que para tú levantarte en paz,
that for you to be able to get back up in peace,
tienes que acostarte.
you have to lay down in peace.
Por eso cuando la gente se acuesta enojado, uno mirando para allá
That's
y
why
el
when
otro para
people go to
allá,
bed angry against one another, one looking one way, the other one looking the other way,
hay decadencia de amor.
there is a decline of love.
No, la gente no me va a comprender.
Oh, the people are not going to
Muchos
comprehend
no
me.
lo van a entender
Many are not going to
porque le han
understand
presentado amor a su pareja
because they have presented the love to their partner
de acuerdo a su pensamiento.
according to their own thoughts.
La gente dice,
The people say,
nada, no, si nos amamos,
if we love one
no
another,
pueden haber errores.
there can be no mistakes.
Sí, no puede haber sufrimiento.
There can be no suffering.
Pero ¿cómo es posible si Jesús
But how is it possible if
te amó y
Jesus,
tuvo que desprenderse de su gloria,
he loved you, but he had to let go of his glory,
de sus beneficios
of his benefits,
y prepararse
and prepare himself
para sufrir?
to suffer?
Lo que pasa es que el que aprende a sufrir es lo correcto.
What happens is that
Yo no estoy
whoever
hablando
learns how to
de
suffer in what is
sufrimientos
correct.
enfermos.
I'm not talking about those sickening suffering.
No, sufrimientos normales.
I'm talking about normal
Lo que
suffering.
sucede en el ser humano.
What happens with the human being?
Según el diccionario de la Real Academia Española,
According to
dice,
the dictionary of the Real Academy of Spain says, it says,
sufrido o sufrida,
suffered.
que soporta resignadamente
We're suffering that endures, resigning to everything,
o sin quejarse
or without complaining,
una situación dolorosa.
a situation that is a painful situation.
Mira el que está a tu lado.
Look at the one that's next to you.
Cada vez que te sucede algo,
Every time that something happens to you,
¿cuánto te quejas?
how much do you complain?
Ah. Que denota un sufrimiento
That it will denote a suffering
soportado
that is endured or tolerated
con resignación
with resignation
en silencio.
and in silence.
Ahí es donde debemos empezar a practicar
There's where we should start practicing
esto.
this
Sin acción,
without action.
las mejores intenciones del mundo
The best intentions of the world
no son más que eso,
are not just but that,
intención.
an intention.
La gente que tiene intención de hacer cosas pero nunca hace,
The people that have the intention of doing things but they never do
es porque realmente no lo quieren hacer.
is because truly they don't want to do it.
Tú no puedes ofrecer
You cannot offer
nada
nothing
que tú no quieres hacer.
that you don't want to do.
Por eso dice la palabra que el amor todo lo.
That's why the word says that love can all,
Dije no abuso,
can endure it all. I didn't say any
no
abuse,
sufrimientos enfermos.
not sickening
Mira matrimonios
suffering.
que apenas llevan un año,
Look,
2 años,
matrimonies
3
that only
años,
have been together 1
ya
year, 2
están
years,
hablando
3
de
years.
divorcio.
They're already talking about a
Porque lo
divorce
que los entretiene es el sexo.
because what entertains them is sex.
Pastor, hay muchos niños aquí.
Pastor, there's a lot of children here.
Bueno, usted tiene 2 opciones.
Well, you have 2 options.
O me permite educar sus hijos en lo correcto,
Either you allow me to educate your children in what is correct
con la realidad de la vida,
with the reality of life,
o prepárelos para que fracasen.
or prepare them to fail.
Yo creo que en la escuela le enseñan más barbaridades
I believe that in school they're taught worse things
y le enseñan confusión.
and they teach them confusion.
Yo te estoy hablando de la
Not me.
realidad.
I'm speaking the reality.
Lo que pasa es que la iglesia
What happens is that church,
no ha entendido
the
esto.
church has not understood this.
La iglesia hay que educarla.
The church needs to be educated.
Poder
Power
sin educación
without education
de la palabra,
of the word,
se cometen muchos errores.
you commit many mistakes.
Y conocimiento
And the knowledge
sin poder
without the power,
no podemos arreglar nada.
we cannot fix anything.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Me gusta esto que dice,
I like this that says,
escúcheme bien, porque
listen well,
me gustan estas cositas.
I like these things
Y llegan del cielo.
and they come from heaven.
Te voy a... segundito que se lo voy a encontrar.
Give me a second. I'm going to find it here.
Platón dijo en una ocasión,
Platon said in one occasion,
el que aprende y aprende
that one that learns
y no practica lo que sabe
and doesn't practice what they learn
es como el que ara y ara
is like the one that is plowing
en plan
and plowing
y no siembra.
and do not sow anything.
Hay gente que prepara mucho terreno,
There's people that prepare a lot of territory,
pero no lo trabajan.
but they don't work it.
Hay gente que aprende,
There's people that learn and learn and learn and learn,
pero no lo practica.
but they don't practice it.
¿De qué me vale a mí saber algo
What is it worth for me to know something
y no aplicarlo a mi vida?
but not apply it to my life?
El amor
The love
es sufrido.
is suffered.
Por eso la palabra dice por causa del pecado.
That's why the word says that because of sin,
El amor de muchos,
the love of many,
no de todos,
not of everyone.
porque el problema es que cuando tú eres de los muchos,
Because the problem is that when you're of the many,
tú practicas lo que el mundo
you
practica.
practice what the world practice,
No los hombres y mujeres llenas del
not the
Espíritu.
men and women that are full of the Spirit.
Por causa del pecado, el amor de muchos se ha enfriado.
Because of the sin, the love of many has become cold.
Cuando algo se enfría,
When something becomes
es
cold,
porque está fuera de su ambiente.
it's because it's out of its environment.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Si tú coges un plato de comida
If you take a plate of food
y lo sacas de el cardero,
And you
de
take
donde esté ubicado,
out of where it was positioned,
y lo pones afuera en algo,
and you put it outside in something,
se va a enfriar.
it will become cold.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Y se puede comer,
And you can
¿Sí
eat
o no?
it, yes or no?
pero no sabe igual.
But it doesn't taste the same.
Porque lo que está frío
Because what is cold
jamás podrá imitar lo caliente. de
will
Dios.
never be able to imitate what is hot.
Jamás.
Never.
Por eso nos encontramos la gente que a diario
That's why we find people that daily,
se levanta
they get up.
todos los días
They wake up every day
con una emoción diferente.
with a different emotion.
Porque lo que tú esperas,
Because what
por
you're awaiting,
por eso los niños y muchos adultos,
that's why the children and many
el
adults
24
on the
de
24th
diciembre
of December,
se acuestan
they lay down to sleep,
emocionados
excited,
porque están esperando algo al siguiente
because
día.
they're awaiting for something on the following
La
day.
gente que se levanta sin esperanza
The
es
people
porque
that
no
wake up
esperan
without
nada el otro día.
It's because they're not expecting anything on the following day.
Cuando tú te acuestas desesperado,
When you lay down to sleep desperate,
frustrado,
frustrated,
confundido,
confused,
es que no estás creyendo lo que Dios dice.
it's that you're not believing what God says.
Entonces, Pablo siempre habló del amor sufrido.
So Paul always spoke about that suffering.
Es más, mucha gente hoy van a aprender
Many people today are going
que el
to
amor
learn
no es como te lo pintan el día de Cupido y el 14 de
that the
febrero.
love is not how they're telling you that it is on Valentine's Day on the 14th.
Hay hombres tan hipócritas
There's men that are such hypocrites
que se desprenden el 14
that on the 14th they give their all,
y llevan 14 años
but it's been 14 years
sin hacer nada.
that they have not done anything.
Hay hombres que se desprenden
There's men that
y
will give
mujeres
their all,
también
and women too,
el día 14
on the 14th,
porque su amor crece ese día por tradición.
because that their love grows that day because of a tradition.
Porque el que ama,
Because the one that loves
el 14 de febrero
on the 14th of February,
son los 365 días.
it is all 365 days.
El que ama
The one that loves
al Señor
loves the Lord,
lo ama en todo tiempo.
loves him at all times.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Entonces, ¿qué quiero enseñarte o compartir contigo hoy?
So what is it that I want to share with you or teach you today?
Por mucho tiempo,
For a long time,
la gente no le ha dado el correcto significado al amor.
the people have not given the correct meaning to
¿Tú
love.
sabías que hay padres
Did you know that there's parents
que educan a sus hijos
that will educate their
de
children
acuerdo a sus pensamientos,
according to their thoughts,
de acuerdo a sus costumbres,
according to their customs,
no de acuerdo
and not according
a lo que enseña la palabra?
to what the word teaches?
Inclusive, pues
Inclusive.
entonces te voy a dar el beneficio.
Well, then I'm going to give you the benefit.
No eres cristiano,
You're not a Christian.
no lees la
You
Biblia,
don't read the Bible.
no sabes lo que está
You don't
sucediendo.
know what's happening.
La gran pregunta
Well, the
es,
great question is,
entonces, ¿cómo educamos a nuestros hijos
how do we educate our children then
en la sociedad que
in
vivimos?
the society that we're living in?
Cuando desvalorizamos la moral.
When we are devaluing the
Tú sabes
morals.
que hay padres enseñando a sus hijos.
You know that there's parents that are
Aún
teaching
en el
their children,
evangelio.
even in the gospel.
No, mira, que esta persona.
Oh no, look, it's that this
No,
person.
no, lo que es malo es malo.
No, what is bad is bad.
Lo que influencia tu vida que te puede dañar.
What influences your life
Es
that
malo.
can damage you is bad.
No te hagas el inocente con tus hijos, que tus hijos saben más que tú.
Don't act like you're innocent with your children because your children know
Lo
more
que
than
pasa
you.
es que ellos no tienen la confianza plena
What happens is that they don't have the full
porque tú no
trust
te la has ganado
because you have not earned it
para ellos dialogar
for
contigo.
them to have a dialogue with you.
Para ellos decirte, me
For them to
pasa
say,
esto,
this is happening to me.
tengo esto,
I have
estoy
this.
desilusionado.
I'm disillusioned.
Padre, me has desilusionado.
Father, you have
Madre,
disillusioned
me has
me.
desilusionado.
Mother, you have disillusioned me.
Ellos no se van a atrever a decirte
They're not going to dare to say
sencillamente
simply
porque tú no les has enseñado eso.
because you have not taught them that.
Los padres que se quieren ser amigos de sus hijos perdieron lo que es una familia.
The parents that want to become friends of their children, they have lost what a family is.
Mis hijos no son mis amigos.
My children, my sons, they're
Ni
not my
quiero ser
friends.
su amigo.
And I don't want to be their friends.
Yo quiero ser su padre
I want to be their father
en todo tiempo.
at all times.
Así tengan barba,
Even if they have a
se
beard,
mantengan solos,
even if they remain alone,
ya tienen sus vidas.
they already have their own life.
Pero yo tengo que entender
But I need to
que
understand
para yo gozarme
that for me to
en
rejoice
la vida de ellos,
in their life,
yo tengo que ser su padre.
I have to be their father.
Entonces, no trates de coger a Dios
So don't try to take God
y acomodarlo
and accommodate him
a tu agenda.
into your agenda.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Significa
So it means
que cuando tú empiezas a ver la palabra
that when you start seeing the word
y los matrimonios mayormente
in the matrimonies, the majority of the
y
time,
nosotros en la iglesia
and the rest of the
nos
people in the
damos
church,
cuenta
we notice
que hay que sufrir para amar,
that you need to suffer to love.
empezamos a entender la Escritura.
And that's when we start learning
Y yo no estoy
understanding
hablando
the
de sufrir
scripture.
todos los días.
And I'm not talking about
Por
suffering
eso te
every
dije
day.
un amor enfermizo.
That's why I said, there's some sickening love.
Pero el que no sabe sufrir
But that one that doesn't know how to suffer
es porque no sabe amar.
is because they don't know how to love.
Por eso hay gente
That's why there's people
que tú lo ves que día tras día
that you see that day after day,
sus emociones
their emotions
los controlan,
have control over them.
cambian su forma de
They
hablar,
change the way they speak.
cambian su forma de actuar,
They change the way they act.
cambian su forma de funcionar,
They change the way they function
porque son gente que no son funcionales.
because it's people that are not functional.
Yo no estoy hablando que si tú tienes tristeza estás sonriendo.
I'm not speaking that if you have sadness, you're going to be smiling.
Yo no estoy hablando que si estás entonces alegre,
I'm not speaking that if you're happy.
si no te ríes que no hay alegría.
Well, if you don't laugh, it's that there's no happiness.
Nuestros sentimientos
Our feelings
están hechos
have been
y
created
nuestro cuerpo
in our body
para expresar unas cosas,
to express some
para
things
entendernos como ser humano.
so that we can understand one another as a
Pero
human
yo no
being.
puedo llevar el amor a
But
la
I cannot
humanidad
take the love to the humanity
cuando es algo divino,
when it's something divine,
cuando es un regalo de Dios.
when it's a gift of God.
Jesús
Jesus,
fue rechazado, ¿sí
he
o no?
was rejected, yes or
¿Cuántos de
no?
ustedes han sido rechazados
How
en
many of
alguna
you have been
ocasión?
rejected at a certain occasion?
Alguien te va a rechazar en
Somebody
algún
will
momento.
reject you at a certain moment.
Eso es normal.
That's
Te
normal.
rechazan a veces porque te lo buscan
Sometimes they reject you because you
y a
were the
veces
one
te
that looked for
rechazan
it.
porque son gente
And sometimes you're rejected because
ignorante.
you're ignorant people.
El rechazamiento
The rejection
es una gran decepción
is a great deception,
humana.
a human
¿Sí o
deception.
no?
Yes or no?
A nadie le gusta ser rechazado.
Nobody likes to be
Entonces,
rejected.
los que queremos imitar a Jesús,
So those that want to imitate
queremos
Jesus,
imitarlo en la humanidad.
we want to imitate him in the humanity.
No, vamos a imitarlo en el espíritu.
But let's imitate
Por eso,
him in the
por
spirit.
eso yo se lo digo con mucho respeto a mucha gente. Yo no dialogo cosas profundas de
That's
la
why
palabra con todo el mundo.
I say it, and I say this with a lot of respect to a lot of people. I don't have dialogues with deep
Yo
things
no-
of the word with a lot of people.
Yo no entro en un diálogo espiritual
I don't enter into a spiritual dialogue
con opiniones.
with opinions.
Las opiniones
The opinions
son el pensamiento
are the thoughts
de una confusión
of a
o
confusion
de una
or
inseguridad
of an insecurity
de lo que tengo.
of what I
Cuando
have.
yo tengo que opinar
When I have to give an
es
opinion,
porque no estoy seguro de lo que estoy
it's
diciendo.
because I am not sure about
Yo
what I'm saying.
pienso,
I
no,
think.
yo no pienso.
I don't
La palabra dice.
The word says.
Pues yo pienso que hay cosas que no se pueden perdonar y hay cosas que se pueden perdonar.
Well, I think that there's
Eso no
things
son
that you can
diálogos.
forgive and things that you cannot
Esos
forgive. Those are
son,
not dialogue.
esos son enseñanzas para justificar
Those
condiciones.
are teachings to just justify
O
conditions.
sea, si tú dices que Dios te llama a algo,
If you say that God is calling you to
ten
something,
cuidado.
be careful.
Porque si Dios te llama y tú
Because
no lo
if God
estás
calls you
ejerciendo,
and you're not working in that,
entonces tú no tienes ningún llamado.
then you don't have any calling.
Tú lo que tienes es que quieres ejercer algo
All you have is that you want to do
porque te
something
gusta,
because you like it,
no porque está apasionado.
not because you're
Cuando hay algo
passionate.
apasionado,
When there's something that you're
la
passionate
palabra
for,
dice
the word says
que le empezaron a decir,
that they started to say,
si eres el Cristo,
if you are the Christ,
dile quién te está dando.
say who's the one that's hitting
La
you.
gente a veces te dice, si eres
The
cristiano,
people say to you sometimes,
¿por
if
qué no
you're a
sabes
Christian,
esto?
why don't you know
A
this?
veces lo sabemos,
Sometimes we do know it.
no hacemos los tontos.
We just act like we're fools.
No hay cosa más poderosa
There is nothing that is more powerful
que tú saber una verdad
than you knowing a truth
y la persona pensar que tú no lo sabes.
and for the person to think that you don't know it.
Tú eres el tonto,
You are the fool.
pero si tú lo sabes,
But if you know it,
entonces tú no eres el tonto.
then you're not the fool.
El tonto son ellos.
They are the
Porque
fools.
tú nunca le tienes que probar a nadie,
Because you never
nadie,
have to prove to anyone,
lo que tú crees en Dios.
what you believe in God.
Cuando tú tratas de probar algo,
When you're trying to prove something,
mire,
Look.
yo lo dije el viernes
I said it on Friday,
y hoy vuelvo y lo digo.
and today I repeat it again.
¿Por qué la gente te tiene que estar acordando siempre
Why do the people have to always be reminding you
lo que tú hiciste?
what you did?
Porque ellos mismos no se han perdonado para caminar.
Because they themselves have not forgiven themselves.
¿Sabes
to
cómo
walk.
la gente justifica
Do you know how the people justify it?
los problemas?
They justify the
Por la
problems
falta de amor.
because of the lack of love.
Porque si el amor todo lo cree, todo lo
Because
soporta,
if
todo
love
lo
endures it all,
entiende.
believes it all,
Es
it
poder.
tolerates all, understands all, it's power.
En Juan 1:11 dice la palabra
In John
que
1:11 it says
Jesús vino a los suyos
that Jesus came to his
y los suyos
and his
no le recibieron.
did not receive
Por
it.
eso, gracias a esos,
That's why thanks to those,
tú y yo estamos añadidos.
you and I have been added.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Por el amor,
Because of the love.
Él vino a hacer algo.
He came
Hay
to do
veces
something.
que tú quieres hacer cosas con la gente
There's times that
por
you want to
amor,
do things with the people
pero ellos
because
no
of
lo
love,
entienden.
but they don't understand it.
¿Saben por qué no lo entienden?
Do you know why they don't
Porque
understand?
ellos piensan
Because they think
que lo están haciendo bien.
that they're doing it right.
Ellos piensan
They think
que tú no quieres ayudarlo.
that
Por eso,
you don't
por eso
wanna
tú
help
no
them.
puedes detener tu búsqueda en Dios porque aquel hizo, aquel dijo, aquel
That's
habló
why
de
you
ti,
cannot
porque
stop
aquel no
your
cree
singing
en
in
ti.
God because this person said or that person did or that person believes or this person doesn't believe.
Eso siempre va a limitar a la gente.
Because that's always going to limit the people.
Hay mujeres
There's women
que yo a veces no entiendo.
that sometimes I don't understand.
Le exigen al hombre
They're demanding from the man
tantas cosas.
so many things.
Y yo digo,
And I say,
bueno, esta mujer pensará que yo me gano
well, does this woman think that I'm earning
$800 la hora.
$800 an hour?
¿Sabe? Cuando
know,
tú quieres exigirle a alguien
When you want to demand from
lo
someone
que tú sabes que esa persona no puede,
what you know that that person cannot give you,
el problema no es de la persona.
the problem is not the person's problem.
Tú estás enfermo.
You are the person that is sick.
Tú tienes problemas.
You have problems.
Porque una persona que sabe sumar 2 más 2 que es 4,
Because a person that knows how to add 2 plus 2 is 4
no le puede exigir a la ciencia de la matemática
cannot demand from the science of math
que 2 más 2 es 5.
that 2 plus 2 is 5.
No puede.
They can't.
Entonces, ¿por qué exigimos cosas
So why do we demand for
a la
things
gente
from the people
cuando es imposible?
when it's impossible?
A veces yo veo mujeres frustradas,
You know, sometimes I see women that are frustrated,
hijos frustrados.
sons that are frustrated.
Pero qué cosa.
But what a thing.
Creo que es que no saben amar.
I believe that it's that they don't know how to love.
El amor,
The love.
aunque tú vayas a hacer lo correcto,
Even if you're going to do what is correct.
la pasión
The
de algo.
passion of something.
Por eso yo te puedo decirlo honestamente.
That's why I can say honestly,
Yo,
me,
con una mano,
with one hand,
al día de hoy
until today.
puedo contar quién tiene pasión.
I can count who has
Con una
passion.
mano.
With one hand.
No necesito 100 dedos.
I don't need 100
5
fingers.
dedos.
5 fingers.
Y me sobra.
And I'm going to have some left over.
Lo que es pasión.
Of what passion is.
Lo que es el verdadero amor.
Of what the true love is.
En lo que se hace en la vida.
In what you do in life.
¿Quiénes no creían en él?
Who were the ones that
propios
were not
hermanos.
believing in him? His own brothers.
En Juan 7:5 lo puede conseguir.
In John 7:5 you could find it.
Sus propios hermanos no
His
creían
own
en él.
brothers did not believe in him.
Dice, lo cierto, dice la palabra, es que ni sus hermanos.
The word says that not even his own
Cuando yo
brothers.
comencé a hacer muchas cosas, a mí no me interesó quién creyera.
When I started doing many things, I was not interested in who was believing.
Porque si yo sé lo que yo voy a hacer,
Because if I know what I'm going to
yo
do,
no necesito que tú creas.
I don't need for you to believe.
Yo necesito hacerlo
I need to do it
para que tú lo veas.
so that you could see it.
Uy, por eso la pasión
That's why the passion
del matrimonio, de
of
la
the
amistad, del
matrimony, of the
ministerio,
friendship,
del
of the
trabajo,
ministry,
de
of
las
the jobs,
empresas,
of
de
the
lo que
companies,
sea,
of whatever.
se enseña
You show it
sin hablar.
without speaking.
Pero si tú no accionas,
But if you don't put into action,
no hay ese hecho.
you don't have
Sus
that,
hermanos no
that
creían
action.
en él. Se apartó Jesús un
His
tiempo.
brothers did not believe in him. Well, Jesus, separated from the Lord for
Se
a
enojó con la
while.
mamá.
He got upset with his mother.
Se enojó con los hermanos.
He got upset with his
No,
brothers. No.
Jesús conocía su destino.
Jesus knew his
Jesús
destiny.
sabía
Jesus knew
que él tenía que llegar a la cruz
that he had to make it to the cross
por un solo camino.
through just one
Y
path.
ese camino,
And that path,
la gente te lo va a querer interrumpir.
the people are going to want to interrupt
Los
it.
problemas te lo van a
The
querer
problems are going to want to
interrumpir.
interrupt it.
Yo siempre he dicho
I've always said
que el pecado no es justificado.
that the sin is not justified.
Pero hay muchos matrimonios que han provocado el pecado.
But there's many matrimonies that have provoked the sin.
Muchos matrimonios.
Many matrimonies.
Hay hombres, y le tengo una noticia a todos los hombres.
There's men, and I have some news for all the
Hay
men.
hombres que creen que trabajando 30 horas
There's men that think that working
están
30
haciendo a su
hours,
mujer feliz.
they're making their wife happy.
La felicidad no es lo que tú me puedas comprar.
The happiness is not what you can buy me.
La felicidad no es el lujo que tú me puedas dar.
It's not the luxuries that you could give
La
me.
felicidad
Happiness
del amor
of the love
no
is
es.
not.
Lo que pasa es que la gente se ha confundido.
What happens is that the people have gotten
Alcanzo
confused.
mucho material.
I reach a lot of material
Por eso es que
things.
tú lo ves que después que alcanzan tanto material se miran a los ojos y dicen,
That's why you
estamos
see that
vacíos.
after they have reached all those material things, they look at one
No hay
another's eyes
amor.
and say, we're empty.
No
There's
tengo
no love.
paz.
I don't have
¿Sabe?
no peace.
Mujer, sea
You know,
sabia,
woman,
mire por
Be
la
wise.
ventana, mire por la
Look out the
ventana.
window.
Cuando su esposo llega al driveway de su
When your
casa,
husband arrives in
a
the
la acera
driveway
de su
at your
casa,
house or to the sidewalk
y
of
se
your
queda
house
un rato en
and
el
just
auto,
stays for a while inside of the
a menos que no
car,
esté haciendo cosas malas.
unless he's doing bad things.
Estamos hablando haciendo las cosas bien.
We're talking about him doing.
Y se queda un
things right.
rato ahí.
But if he stays for a while in his
Ese
car,
hombre está disfrutando un poco de la paz que
that man
tiene
is enjoying a little bit of the peace that he still has
antes de entrar a su casa.
before he enters his house.
Ese hombre se está preparando emocionalmente
That man is preparing emotionally
para entrar a la aldea de los caldeos.
to enter into the village of the Chaldeans.
El amor
The love.
es un tipo, por eso en Jesús
That's why
yo le
in
voy a
Jesus,
creer a Dios.
I'm
Mira,
gonna
cuando me
believe God.
enfermé,
Look, when I got
cuando
sick,
me dio lo del corazón,
when I got
cuando
what
la
I had in my
diabetes
heart,
quiso
when
atacar,
diabetes
cuando
went into
problemas en
attack,
el
when
matrimonio,
problems in the matrimony,
problemas con mis hijos,
problems with my sons,
enfermedades que la ciencia decía,
sicknesses that
that's it,
science
se
was
fue
saying,
todo.
That's it, everything
Yo
has ended.
decidí creerle a Dios.
I decided to believe God.
Y la esperanza mía estaba, si me muero, pues me muero, me tengo
And
que
my
morir,
hope was,
punto.
well, if I die, I'll die, because I have to die.
La
Point
gente
blank.
no se quiere morir y hay muchos que quieren vivir para seguir dando problemas
The
y
people
candela.
don't want to die, but there's many that want to live just to continue to give problems. And
Cuando un
complaints.
hombre guarda mucho silencio,
When a man is keeping a lot of silence,
es peligroso.
that's dangerous.
Yo no estoy hablando del que no le gusta hablar. Hay
And I'm
hombres
not
que no le
talking
gusta
about
hablar y hay
those that
mujeres que
don't
no le
like to
gusta
talk,
hablar.
'cause
Yo no
there's
estoy
men
hablando
that
de
don't
eso.
like to talk and there's women that don't like to talk.
Hay
I'm
gente
not
que se
talking
llaman
about
humildes
that.
porque no hablan.
There's people that call themselves
Usted lo que
humble
tiene
because
aquí
they
es
don't
mudo,
talk.
lo que tiene
All
usted.
you have is you're showing off like you're a mute person. That's all it is.
Mujeres, no, yo no hablo mucho. La que tiene guilla es
Women that
muda.
say, I don't talk too much. No, you're just trying to show
La
that you're a
única
mute
forma
person.
para poder comprender
The
el
only
amor,
way to be able to comprehend the love,
aún con Dios,
even with God,
es hablando.
is speaking.
Por eso usted no puede venir a adorar a Dios en
That's why you
silencio.
cannot come and worship God in silence.
Le estoy hablando a los
And I'm
conocedores de la
speaking to
Escritura,
those that are knowledgeable of
a los
the
que
Scripture,
conocen a Dios.
those that know
Usted
God.
no puede alabar a Dios.
You cannot worship God.
Eso es murmuración.
Because that's just murmuring.
Cuando uno está agradecido,
When you are grateful,
cuando uno está agradecido de Dios,
when you are
uno abre
grateful
la
of
boca
God,
y
you open
grita.
up your mouth and you scream.
Uno abre la boca y alaba.
You open up your mouth and you praise.
Eso de que hay un estilo de adoración,
God of
pruébamelo en la
sacrifice,
palabra.
of worship, and will prove it.
La Biblia dice que la alabanza tiene que tener un sonido.
Has to have a sound.
Ah. ¿Qué dice la Biblia?
What does the Bible
Porque
say?
lo aplicamos para atacar.
Because we apply it to attack.
Alguien te ofende
Somebody offends you.
de la abundancia del
Out of
corazón,
the abundance of the heart,
de la abundancia de la
out
mente,
of the
que es lo
abundance of the
correcto.
mind, which is what is
Habla la boca.
the mouth.
Entonces, si tú no puedes alabar, ¿qué tienes en
So
tu
if you
corazón?
cannot praise, what do you have in your heart?
No acuse, porque si no, y aclaré,
And I made it clear.
estoy hablando a los que conocen a Dios
I'm
ya.
speaking to those that already
Si
know
no
God.
empiezas a mirar la visita,
Yeah,
al que no
don't look
conoce
at
a
the
Dios,
visitors, those that don't
eso es
know
para
God.
ti. No, eso no es
That's
para
for
él.
you. No,
Eso
that's
es
not
para
for
los que
him.
se llaman
For those that call
cristianos.
themselves Christians.
Porque te amo, Dios.
Because I love you, God.
Voy a entrar por esas puertas con acción de gracia, con acción de alabanza.
Praise.
Llamamos al Dios un rey,
We call the God a king,
pero el trabajo es más
but your
importante.
job is more important.
Cuando tu trabajo es más
When your job is more
importante
important
que Dios,
than God,
hay un problema.
there's a problem.
Tu Dios es César.
Your God is Caesar.
Juan 19:15.
John 19:15.
Fuera, fuera. Crucifícalo. Vociferaban aquella gente. ¿Acaso voy a crucificar a su rey? Replicó Pilato. No tenemos más rey que el emperador romano. Contestaron los jefes de los sacerdotes.
But they shouted, take him away, crucify him. Shall I crucify your king? Pilate asked. We have no king but Caesar, the chief of the priests answered.
Muchos corazones faltos de amor
Many hearts that are lacking the love.
pasan un día malo en el trabajo
They go through a bad day
y le
at work
llevan esa carga a la casa.
and they take that burden to the house.
Tuve un día malo en el trabajo.
I had a bad day at work.
¿Sabes qué?
You know
La
what?
gente no me comprende.
Oh, the people don't
No, el
comprehend.
que no
it.
comprende tu rol eres
The
tú.
one that doesn't comprehend their role is
Porque
you.
si tú trabajas 8 horas
Because if you work 8
y
hours
tuviste problemas allí,
and you had problems
en
there,
tu casa no te está esperando el jefe.
at home the boss is not
En
awaiting
tu casa
you.
no te está esperando la
At
jefa.
home the boss is not
En tu
awaiting
casa
you.
no te está esperando el
At
empleo.
home, the job is not awaiting you.
Allí están tus hijos,
There you
allí
have
está
your
tu
children,
esposa,
there you
allí
have
está
your
tu
wife,
esposo.
There you have your husband.
Allí hay una familia
There's a
que
family
necesita entender
that needs
que
to
quien
understand
llegó a la casa
that who
es
arrived
parte
at the
de la
house
familia,
is part of the family,
no parte de un problema.
not part of a problem.
¿Sabe?
You know,
Pero ¿cómo que tenemos a César?
but how is it that we have Caesar?
Porque vas a trabajar 8 horas
Because you go to work 8 hours
al jefe,
to your boss,
pero no puedes llegar a alabar a la iglesia
but you cannot come and worship in the church
porque te sientes mal.
because you feel bad.
¿Sabe que muchos de ustedes no faltan al trabajo porque saben que no le van a pagar?
Do you know that many of you are not absent at your job because you know that you're not going to get paid for it?
Si la iglesia pagara
If the church were paying you
en esta fecha
in these days
del mes de
of
diciembre,
the month of December,
la gente
the people
no cabía,
would
no,
not,
no
would not
cupieran
fit.
aquí,
They would not fit in here.
no faltarían.
Nobody would be
Tengo
absent
que ir
I have
porque
to go.
es 100 por persona.
Because 100 per person.
En casa somos 5,
You
son
know, in my
500
house,
por el
we're
domingo.
5, so it would be 500 for that Sunday.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Vamos a comprender algo.
Let's comprehend something.
Yo no he dicho que no trabajen.
I have not said for you not to work.
Yo no he dicho que no hay que trabajar
I have
overtime en
not
momentos
said
dados.
that at certain moments you
Yo
do
no he
have to
dicho
work
que hay
overtime.
responsabilidades
I have said that there's
que en
responsibilities
momentos dados
at certain moments
se opaca
that they will
el
pay
día de trabajo
the day of work
al servicio.
from the service.
Eso puede pasar.
That can happen.
Pero cuando es una costumbre,
But when it's in a custom,
hay hombres que están sembrando tanto en la cuenta del banco
there's men that are sowing so much into their bank account,
y no se dan cuenta que su familia se está vaciando,
and they don't notice that their family is empty,
que su familia se está
that
muriendo,
their family is dying,
que hay escasez de amor, que hay escasez de presencia, que hay escasez de sentarnos a la mesa, que hay escasez de
that there's a famine.
Eso mismo está pasando en la iglesia.
And that's exactly what's happening in the church.
Muchos corazones siguen rechazando a Jesús por aquel.
Many of the hearts are continuing to reject God.
No, cuando
because
tú
of that
amas
person.
a Dios,
When you love God,
empezando por la maíz de uno,
starting with your own mother,
es lo más que uno dice, ¿verdad? Que es lo más importante.
you know, which we say is the most
Que
important
los
thing.
casados, la mamá no debe ser lo más importante, ni
Although
el
those that
papá.
are married, you know, the most important person should not be your mother.
Eso es
or
la
your
Biblia,
father.
eso es la
I mean,
Biblia.
this is the Bible.
Pero sabe que siempre nuestra madre es lo más que, ¿verdad?
But you know
Decimos.
that almost always our mother is the one that we
Mi
say.
mamá no puede ser primero que
My
Dios,
mom cannot be first before God.
porque yo no le oro a mi madre
Because I don't pray to my mother.
para que levante mi familia. Yo no le oro a mi madre para que levante su casa. Yo le oro a Dios para que guarde a mi mamá,
You can protect my mother.
para que guarde a mi papá, para que guarde a mis hermanos.
You can protect my brothers.
Significa que cuando yo pongo a Dios
That when I
segundo,
put God second,
mi amor no es por Dios.
it's not for God.
Oh my God. El amor tiene que sufrir.
The love has to suffer.
Tienes que ser rechazado. Alguien te va a
You have
rechazar.
to be rejected. Somebody's going to
¿Sabes
reject
cuántas
you.
novias yo quise tener y no
Do
pude?
you know how many girlfriends I wanted to have and I couldn't?
Y me
And
rechazaron.
I was rejected.
Hoy están llorando.
Today they're crying.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Why? Why?
¿Por qué? Porque ellas no pudieron ver lo que ella vio.
Because they weren't able to see what she saw.
Una de las cosas que mi esposa siempre, desde novia, siempre me dijo:
One of the things that my wife said since we were boyfriend and
yo
girlfriend,
creo en ti
she would say, I
y
believe
sé
in you,
para dónde tú
and
vas.
I know where you're going.
Hoy ella está viendo lo que
Today
creyó
she is
cuando
seeing
no
what
se
she
veía.
believed when it was not seen.
Por eso,
That's why.
aquellas
Those,
que no vieron el muchachón del gay,
the ones that didn't see the guy with the game,
¿ah? Que no vieron el
that
muchachón
didn't see the guy
con mucha escuela en ese
with a
momento,
lot of education in that moment,
porque hoy tengo de más,
because today I have more than enough.
pero en aquel
But
momento
in that moment,
vieron el jíbaro de un barrio.
they saw the country boy from the
El
neighborhood.
amor te hace ver un empresario.
The love makes you see an entrepreneur.
El amor te va a hacer ver cosas grandes.
Love is going to make you see big
El
things.
amor va a creer
Love is going to believe
lo que otros no creen.
what others don't believe.
Aquellas
Those, the other
se
ones,
pueden ahora conformar
they can now be
con
conformed
decirle a ella:
with saying to her,
primero estaba yo, lo que pasa es que yo no lo quise.
you know, I was first there. What happened was that I didn't want him.
Está bien,
That's fine.
no me quisieron.
They didn't want me.
Hay gente que no quiere a Dios
There's people that don't want God
hasta que llega el problema.
until the problem comes.
Pero Dios es tan amor
But God is so much love
que te mira y te
that
dice:
He looks at you and says,
estaba
I
esperando
was
por
just
ti.
waiting for you.
No te voy a
I
rechazar.
will not reject
No
you.
importa cuánto tú me
No matter
rechazaste.
how much you rejected me.
No importa cuánto te
No matter
alejaste.
how much you separated
No
from me.
importa cuánto me
No matter
criticaste.
how much you criticized me.
Yo tengo una
I
promesa
have a promise
que juré por mí
that I
mismo.
took an oath on
Te voy a
myself.
ser
I
fiel.
will be faithful.
Oh my God. Aunque tú seas infiel,
Even if you're unfaithful.
eso es amor.
That's love.
Prometemos tanta cosa aquí.
We promise so many things here.
y prometes respetar a tu marido,
and you promise to respect your husband,
honrarlo
honor him
en las buenas,
in the good,
en las malas,
in the bad,
en la pobreza.
in poverty,
Ahí las mujeres, porque
and the
ellas lloran más que el hombre.
because the women cry more than the men.
Yo le llamo a eso show.
I call that a show.
La mayoría es show.
The majority of them, it's a show.
¿Cómo, pastor?
How, pastor?
Porque lo prometen pero después no lo viven.
Because they promise it, but then they don't live it.
Es que quieren salir en el retrato llorosa.
It's that they want to come out in the pictures, you know, with a little bit of tears, crying.
Oye, los hombres también, pero
The men also, but
la mujer sabe llorar sin ganas.
women know how to cry without even feeling like that they want to cry.
Y el hombre no llora con ganas de llorar.
And men don't cry, but they have the feeling of wanting to cry.
Machismo.
That's just being a masochism.
Prometen todo eso
That they promise all that,
y duermen en cuartos diferentes cuando están enojados.
but then they sleep in different rooms when they're angry with one another.
La Biblia enseña
The Bible teaches
que el amor verdadero
that the true love
está tras el telón.
is behind the curtain.
Tú eres en la calle
You
lo
are
que eres en
out
tu
in the
casa.
streets what you are in your house.
Ah. No, pastor, yo no estoy muy de acuerdo en
Oh
eso.
no, Pastor, I don't agree too much with that.
Si no lees la Biblia no vas a estar de acuerdo.
If you don't read the Bible, you're not going to agree.
Si no estudias la
If you
Escritura,
don't study the scripture,
no vas a estar de acuerdo.
you're not going to agree.
Así que no tengo tiempo para discutir contigo.
So I don't have no time to argue with you.
Mira lo que dice.
Look what it says.
Lo traicionaron.
He was betrayed.
El amor no traiciona. Pruébamelo.
Love does not betray. Well, prove it to me.
Pruébamelo.
Prove it to me.
A veces la traición no se hace porque quieres traicionar.
Sometimes the betrayal is not because you want to betray.
Fue un descuido.
It was an uncarefulness.
Y a veces tenemos que entender que hay descuidos
And sometimes we have to understand that there's
que son
uncarefulness
tramados por el error,
that have been set up by
por
the
la
mistake,
confusión,
by the confusion,
por la soledad,
by the loneliness,
por la falta de
by the
atención.
lack of attention.
Con ese silencio usted me lo dijo.
With that silence, you said it all.
No hay que alabar.
You don't need to praise.
Mejor que ese calladito.
It's better for you to just remain quiet.
No voy a la iglesia.
I don't go to church.
No quiero saber de Dios.
I don't want to know about
Me
God
traicionaron.
because I was
Me
betrayed.
engañaron.
They deceived
Te
me.
engañó la gente, no Dios.
The people deceived you, not God.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Te falló la gente, no
The
Dios.
people failed you, not God.
Cuando Dios te falle,
When God fails you,
avísame,
warn me.
porque yo me voy contigo.
Let me know because then I will go with you.
Porque si te falló a ti, me va a fallar a mí
Because if he
también.
failed you, he's going to fail me too.
Él prometió, voy a ser fiel.
He promised I will be faithful.
Es más, mira si es tan fuerte el amor de Dios,
Look, if the love of God is so strong
que el don que te da,
that the gift that he gives you,
dice, nunca te lo voy a quitar.
he says, I will never take from you.
Cuando tú no usas el don
When you don't use your
que
gift,
Dios te ha dado,
the gift that God
es
has
porque
given
tú
you,
no amas
is
a
because
Dios.
you don't love God.
Tú quieres a Dios,
You want
quieres
God.
sus
You
beneficios,
want his
pero no
benefits,
lo amas.
But you don't love him.
Uy, pastor, ¿cómo?
Pastor, how?
Pues yo tengo que creer lo que él dijo.
Well, I have to believe what he said.
Es que yo no estoy listo, no estoy listo.
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Bueno, tú no estás listo para nada.
You're not ready for anything.
¿Quiénes estaban listos para casarse?
Who were the ones that were ready to get married?
Nadie.
No one.
Que fuiste un buen administrador
That you were a good administrator
y llevaste tu mujer para tu casa, no para en casa de tu mamá.
and you took your wife to your house, not to your mother's house.
Sí, porque estos muchachitos ahora veo,
Yeah, because these young ones, I see them now.
preñan a una muchacha,
They get a woman pregnant.
queda embarazada.
She becomes pregnant.
¿Dónde van a llorarle a la madre?
Where do they go to cry to their mother?
Los hombrecitos.
The little men.
El amor.
The love.
Mira, yo leí un proverbio, un dicho el viernes que me
Look,
impacta.
I read a quote on Friday that impacted me.
Un verdadero padre
A true father
no lo tienen que llevar a corte para
doesn't need to
pensión.
be taken to court for child support.
Un verdadero padre sabe que los hijos
A true
comen
father
todos
knows
los días.
that his children eat every day.
Cuando la ley a ti te tiene que exigir algo,
When the law has to demand something
es
from
porque
you,
tú no sabes
it's
obedecer.
because you don't know how to obey.
El amor
The love
es más allá de lo que hablamos.
is farther than what we talk.
El amor va, yo amo a Dios aunque la gente me
I
traicione.
love God even if the people betray me.
Si fuera por traición, yo no
If it
tuviera
weren't
líderes trabajando
by
conmigo.
betrayals, I would not have leaders working with me.
Porque entonces tendría que jugar a todo el liderato por los que hicieron las cosas mal.
Because then I would have to judge all of the leaders because of some that did some things wrong.
Judas Iscariote.
Judas from Escritura.
traicionó a Jesús,
He
¿sí o no?
betrayed Jesus, yes or no?
Lo vendió por una monedita. La
He
cosa
sold
estaba,
him for
parece
some
que había
coins.
subido la inflación.
It seems like there was an inflation there too.
Tuvo que venderlo, dijo, la cosa está mala.
He had to sell him. He said that things are bad.
Jesús,
Jesus.
¿qué clase de ejemplo?
What
¿Qué
an
clase de
example.
hombría?
What
¿Qué
a
clase de
manhood.
amor?
What
Le
love.
dice,
He says,
Judas, mi amigo.
Judas, my friend.
Oh my God. Y ese no es como tú. Jesús sabía lo que estaba pasando y
And
lo que
he
iba a
was not
pasar.
like you. Jesus knew what was happening and what was going to
Jesús
happen.
le dijo,
Jesus
Judas, mi amigo.
said, Judas, my friend,
Con un beso
with a kiss,
entregas al Hijo del Hombre.
you betrayed the Son of Man.
Llega a ser un boricua.
If he would have been a Puerto Rican,
Infeliz.
you're just unhappy,
Desgraciado.
unfortunate one.
Ni hombre eres.
You're not even a man.
Me vienes a dar la mano.
You come to shake my hand.
Y usted sabe todas las palabras que uno va a usar.
And you know all the other words that you
Yo
would
te las estoy
use.
usando aquí.
I'm using them here
Porque
because
si te las usase, que
if
no
I
son
were
malas,
to use the ones
que no son malas,
that are not bad,
ese es el significado que tú le has dado.
that's just the meaning that you have given to those
Alteraría
words.
tus emociones.
I would just alter your emotions if I were to use them here.
Escandalizaría tu temperamento.
I would get your temperament
Y
scandalized.
me juzgaría según tu
And then you
ignorancia.
would start judging me according to your ignorance.
Por eso no las menciono.
That's why I don't mention those words.
Te vas a darle allá como los 30 monedas.
You're going to go over there with those
Estrújatelas
30
en el
coins.
pecho.
Just rub them on your chest.
No, Jesús le dijo, amigo.
Jesus said, no, friend.
Porque el problema es que cuando tú prometes algo y no lo cumples, el
Because the
falso
problem
eres tú.
is that when you promise something and you don't fulfill it,
No prometas si no puedes cumplir.
don't promise if you cannot fulfill.
Mira lo que hace un hombre fuerte.
Look what makes a man strong
No es lo que hace,
is not what they do,
es lo que habla.
is what they speak
Cuando cumple su palabra.
when they fulfill their word.
Porque el amor
Because the love,
te hace ser de una sola pieza.
it makes you be a person of just
El amor
one.
te hace servirle a Dios.
The love makes you
No
serve
te salió
God.
el contrato.
The contract didn't come
No
out
te
right.
firmaron lo que tú
They
querías.
didn't sign you for what
No
you
te
wanted.
aprobaron lo que tú
You
querías.
weren't approved for
No
what you
pudiste
wanted.
hacer lo que tú
You
querías.
weren't able to do what you
Y te
wanted.
enojas con Dios.
But you get angry
No,
with
Señor,
God.
te amo.
No, Lord,
No
I love
importa
you.
que esto haya
No
sucedido.
matter if this has happened.
Algún día tú me darás la contestación.
Someday you will give me the
Algún
answer.
día tú me vas a ayudar.
Someday you will help me.
Algún día
Someday
tú me vas a aclarar.
You're going to make it clear.
Pasa el tiempo
Time passes by.
y te das cuenta
And then you
que
notice
Dios siempre estuvo contigo.
that God was always there with
Que
you.
Dios siempre nunca te dejó.
That God never left you.
Por eso nos apartamos de Dios.
That's why we separate from God.
Cometemos lo que sea.
We commit whatever.
La gente te rechaza,
The people reject you,
pero Dios te espera.
but God is waiting for you.
Mira a alguien y le Dios me espera, Dios me
Look
espera,
at
Dios me
somebody and say,
espera,
God
Dios me
waits for me.
espera.
God waits for me.
A veces Dios permite la traición
Sometimes God allows the betrayal
para saber si tú sabes perdonar o no.
to know if you know how to forgive or not.
Eso es mucho con poquito.
That's a lot with a little bit more.
Eso a muchos les sube la presión.
You know, many get high blood pressure
A
with
otros no
that,
volverán.
and others will not return back here.
Hay veces
There's times
que las pruebas de Dios
that the trials of God
son para que tú te des cuenta
are so that you can notice
la condición que tú tienes.
the condition that you have.
Te tuve que gritar porque tú me gritaste.
I had to scream at you because you were screaming at me.
No, el Señor estaba probando a ver si tú te llenabas la boca de que ya tú controlabas tu temperamento.
No, the Lord just wanted to see if you were just filling your mouth saying that you were controlling your temperament.
Deja la excusa.
Stop the excuses.
Nunca digas aquel me provocó.
Don't ever say that person provoked me.
Esa era una malicia, una maldad
That was a malice, it was a wickedness
que yo usaba para justificar.
that I used to use to justify myself.
Aquel se cree.
Oh, he thinks.
Aquella se cree.
She thinks.
No, lo que yo
No.
quería justificar
All I wanted to do was
era que
justify
yo era como ellos.
that I was like them.
Me gritas, te grito.
If you scream at me, I'm going
Me
to scream
empujas,
back.
te
If you
empujo.
push me, I'm going to push
Y
you.
yo lo justificaba que
And
tú
I would
empezaste.
justify it with
No,
saying that you
la
started it.
cobardía más grande
The
que
biggest
puede
cowardness
tener
that you can have
un ser humano
that a human
es
being can
acusar
have
a otro
is to
para
accuse somebody
justificar
else
su condición.
just to justify their condition.
Por eso el evangelio es para valientes.
That's why the gospel is
Por
for the
eso,
brave
mira,
ones.
la gente disciplinada
Look, the disciplined people,
lo practica donde sea.
they practice it wherever they are.
¿Cuántos vieron en esto del mundial en
How many of you
Qatar?
saw
¿Cómo
it
es?
in Qatar, in the worldwide,
Lo que hicieron un grupo de
Soccer.
japoneses en el estadio.
what a group of Japanese people did in that stadium?
Comenzaron a recoger la basura.
They started to clean up the trash.
Hay gente que ve.
There's people that see it.
Ya dije, escupen chicles ahí al
I
frente.
already said it. They're spitting out their gum right in the front.
Porque no me venga que los pájaros lo tiran, pero los pájaros no mastican
Don't
chicles.
come and tell me that the birds are the ones that are throwing it there because they don't chew gum.
Por aquí me pasa un raccoon y pasa un
Raccoons go by
zorrillo,
here, or a skunk goes by.
pasan los venados
The deers go by,
y ninguno masca chicle.
but none of them chew gum.
Alguien con dos piernas.
Somebody with two legs.
Dije piernas, no patas.
I said legs
Piernas. Es que lo está tirando ahí.
is the one that's throwing it there.
O pone una cámara escondida.
I'm going to put a hidden camera.
Para traerlo un día a la oficina. Mira, hermano.
So that I can bring that person into the office one day and say, look, brother,
Los 6 chicles que escupiste.
the 6 gums that you threw out, you spit out.
Fue traicionado.
He was betrayed.
De una forma u otra Pedro lo negó.
One way or another,
Con
Peter
miedo,
denied
sin
him.
miedo.
Being
Lo
scared,
negó.
not being scared. He denied him.
Ah, tuvo miedo. Está bien, tuvo miedo.
He was scared. Okay,
Vamos a
well, he
ponerle,
was
porque no
scared.
está fácil la cosa tampoco allí.
Let's put it that way because things were not easy there neither.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Y Jesús le dijo,
And Jesus said,
en medio de tu negación,
in the middle of your denial,
yo,
I,
sin tú pedirle,
without you asking for
le
it,
rogué al Padre.
I was pleading out to the Father.
Casi amigo, brother.
What a friend.
Casi amigo. ¿Ah?
What a
Le
friend,
dijo,
huh?
sin tú pedirle,
He said, without you asking
le
for it,
rogué al
I
Padre
was pleading out to the Father
que cuando tú
that
regresaras,
once you have returned,
tu fe
your faith
estuviera donde tenía.
would be where it has to be.
¡Ay, Dios mío!
My God.
Mira, un amigo sabe hacer esto.
Look, a friend
Ve acá,
knows how
Dani.
to do this.
Un amigo
Come here, Danny.
sabe
A friend knows
cuando algo pasa.
when something happens.
Tranquilo, que nadie te
Be
vea.
calm. Don't let anybody see
Tranquilo,
you.
que nadie lo
Be
sepa.
calm. Don't
Por
let
eso tú
anybody
tienes
know
que
it.
tener cuidado
That's why you got to be careful.
con quién tú hablas tus problemas,
Who you talk
con
your
quién tú
problems
dialogas
with.
tus
Who you
cosas,
dialogue
a quién
your
tú le
things with.
confiesas
Who
tus
you
problemas,
confess your problems
a
to.
quién le pides ayuda.
Who you ask help from.
Hay gente que quiere
There's
hablar
people
de tu ayuda
that want to talk about
para
your help.
aplastarte. No,
No.
un amigo te dice,
A friend will say,
tranquilo, yo tengo.
be calm, I have.
Te va a entrar la leña porque
He's going to be very stern with
los que
you.
me conocen saben que si tú necesitas una ayuda donde ya yo te la advertí, tú sabes que primero tienes
Because
que
those that
oírme.
know me, you know that if you needed a help and you didn't come and tell me about it, you know that I'm going to be stern because you
Tienes que
first had
oírme
to tell me.
primero.
You have to hear me first.
Esa es la única condición.
That's the only condition.
Tienes que oír mis atracos.
You have to hear my reprimanding you.
Los que no te aman
Those that don't love you,
descubren tu problema a la luz.
they will put your problem out to the light.
Thank you. Los que no te aman
Those that don't love you,
te van a hacer cosas.
they're going to do things.
Es que me provocó.
Oh, he provoked me.
Nah.
Nah.
Mire, yo he aprendido a vivir una vida
Look, I've learned how to live a life
que cuando yo he tenido problemas
that when I've had problems
de la cualquier índole,
of whichever kind,
nunca he sido un cobarde
I've never been a coward
para decir
to say,
fue que,
it was that,
fue que,
it was that,
es que aquel,
it was that
es que
person,
aquella.
it's that she. No,
Yo pago mi precio.
I pay my price.
¿Sabes?
You know,
Te van a traicionar.
you will be betrayed.
Que no pague Dios.
Don't let God pay for it.
Otros te van a traicionar por fama.
Others will betray
Mira,
you
hay,
for the
hay
fame.
gente que aprende 4 cosas y después quieren hacerlo ellos.
Look, there's people that learn 4 things and then they want to do it.
Hay gente que aprende 5 versos.
There's people that will learn 5 verses.
Se ganan 3 almas.
They win over 3
Y
souls,
ya quieren ser pastores.
but now they want to be a pastor.
¿Sabes cuántos pastores hay allá afuera por profesión, no por pasión?
Do you know how many pastors are out there because of the career, the profession of it, not because of the passion?
¿Sabes cuánta gente está haciendo cosas allá afuera
Do you know how many people
por profesión, no por pasión?
Are doing things out there because of the profession of it, not the passion of it.
Porque no aman.
Because they don't
Cuando
love.
tú amas, mire, la gente no quiere entender.
Look, the people don't want to
Pastor, tú quieres
understand.
hacer todo. Es que yo
Pastor,
amo
you
lo
wanna
que
do
yo hago.
everything. Well, I love what I do.
Yo no quiero ser un pastor dormilón.
I don't want to be a
Yo
pastor
no quiero ser
that
un
sleeps a
pastor
lot.
metido en mi
I
casa.
don't want to be a
Yo no
pastor
quiero ser
in
un
my house.
pastor
I don't want to be a pastor
que lo único que diga es lo que se ve pastorear. No,
that all he
hoy no le
knows
voy a
how
dar.
to do is be a
No,
pastor. No.
a quien le di bien duro ahí.
It's
Y
that
tengo
the
esta
other
mano
day
operada.
I hit it really hard and I have an operation on my
Me la
hand.
tuve que agarrar,
And I
tembló
had
todo
to
el
grab
cuerpo.
my hand. My whole body was trembling.
¿Sabes? Tú vas a vender ahí
You know, if you're going to sell there
o donde quiera.
or wherever
Que
you might
nadie
go,
venda por ti, véndelo tú.
don't let anybody else sell it for you. You
Que
sell
sea tu
it.
sazón, que
Let it
sea
be
tu
your
mano,
seasoning,
que
your
sea.
hand.
Luego cuando la empresa
And after, when the company
crece,
grows,
entonces pones diferentes lugares.
you could put
Pero la
different
primera
places.
empresa que
But
tú
the first
siembras,
company that
la
you
tienes
sell,
que crecer tú.
you
Si la
have to make
crece
it grow.
otro, no
If
es
somebody
tuya.
else makes it grow, it's not yours.
Pastor, yo lo hago, yo esto, yo aquello.
Pastor, I do it, I do this, that, and the other.
Aquí hay gente que limpia la iglesia.
There's people here that clean the church.
La limpian.
They clean it.
Y yo le limpio en momentos dados y cuando ellos llegan, Dios, la iglesia está
And
limpia.
when I've cleaned it, at certain moments they arrive and they say, oh, the church is clean.
No es porque ellos no lo van a hacer.
And it's not because
No,
they're
no
not
es
going to
eso.
do it. No, it's
Es
not
que
that.
cuando yo entro,
It's that when I
yo me doy
enter,
cuenta que esta es la casa
I
donde yo
notice
adoro.
that this is the house of God.
Que este es el lugar donde usted va a llegar.
That this is the
Que
place
este es el
where you're
lugar que
gonna come to.
representa mi
This is
nombre.
the place that represents my name.
Oh my God. Uy. Oh my God. Dijo alguien, y yo creo que es lo mejor. Si alguien llora en mi funeral,
If somebody cries at my funeral,
no le volveré a hablar.
I will not talk to that person again.
La gente te llora más de muerto que vivo.
Because the people cry more for you when you're dead than they cry when you're alive.
¿Sabes por qué te lloran?
Do you know why they cry for you?
¿Sabes por qué te lloran en el funeral?
Do you know why they cry for you in your
Sin
funeral?
quitar los sentimientos de los acercados.
Without taking away the feelings of those that are close to that person.
Deje de irse para Marte,
You know,
manténgase en la
stop going
tierra.
to Mars. Remain here on earth.
¿Sabes por qué te lloran?
You know why they cry
Porque
for
quieren
you?
que otro los vea.
Because they want others to see them crying.
¿Sabes por qué lloran en la boda?
Do you know why they cry in the wedding?
Porque quiere que todo el mundo vea que fue una boda hermosa, sentimental.
Because they want everybody to see that it was a beautiful wedding, a sentimental wedding.
Te prometo,
I promise you.
no te voy a ni ofender.
I will not even offend you.
No sacaré lágrimas. Yo le leo todo eso.
I will read all that.
Las mujeres tienen una flexibilidad en el cuello.
Women have such a flexibility in their neck.
Y los hombres un machismo tan falso.
And the men have such a false machismo, like,
Gente, mi amor.
come here, honey. Come here, honey.
Porque lo están viendo.
Because he's being seen.
En la casa.
But in the house,
Atienden más el celular, el
they pay more
deporte,
attention
la
to
música.
the cell phone, the sports, the
que a la-
music,
que a la mujer.
than what they do their wife.
Porque la realidad
Because the reality
es que a la gente le gusta impresionar
is that the people like to impress
ante los ojos de otros.
before the eyes of others.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Se visten bellas.
They dress
Los hombres
beautiful.
también se
The
visten
men
bellos
also, they dress beautiful
para que otros los vean.
so that others can see them.
Pero cuando se visten bellos en la casa.
But when do they dress beautifully in the house?
Me voy a vestir hoy que cuando ese hombre
I'm going to
entre por
dress
ahí
today that when that man comes in through there today,
se le quiten las ganas de que va a comer.
he's not even going to want to eat.
El cansancio
The
lo va a ignorar.
exhaustion, he's going to ignore his,
Mi amor,
his
¿estás
him being
cansado?
tired.
Para
Are
nada,
you
nena,
tired?
para nada,
Not at
para
all, not
nada.
at all, honey, not at all.
Así se cansa el diablo.
The
Yo
devil
no.
will get tired like that, not me.
Mire,
Look,
¿sabes por qué estoy vestido de negro así
do you know
completito?
why I'm dressed completely in black?
Y traje una chalina y no me la puse.
And I brought a tie and I didn't wear it.
Le digo,
Do you want me to tell you why?
le digo.
Do you want me to tell you
¿Por qué
why?
yo me he visto así de negro?
Why do I dress all in black?
Es más, en la oficina le iba a mandar un texto.
In the office, I was going to send her a text message.
amor.
Honey,
No te vayas a turbar.
I don't want you to get all disturbed.
Voy de negro.
I'm dressed in black today.
No, yo no me he visto para
I
usted.
don't dress for you.
Yo me he visto para agradarme a
I
mí
dress to
y a los
please me
míos.
and mine.
Oh my God. El amor todo lo va a
It's
soportar,
gonna endure it
lo va
all.
a creer.
It's gonna believe it all.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Tú te imaginas?
Do you imagine?
Esto es para los más. Y no hay edad, no hay edad.
There's no age for this.
Que ese hombre venga con un mal día.
That man comes with a bad day,
Y usted allí sentada.
and you are there sitting
Con esa ropa que usted sabe.
with that clothes that you know.
¿Tú te crees que tú vas a pensar en el ajo con salchicha?
Do you think that you're gonna think about that rice with the Vienna sausages?
No, pero tú eres tan espiritual.
Oh no, but you are so spiritual.
A ti esas cosas no te gustan.
You don't like those things.
El problema es que hay que hacer cosas que no nos gustan.
The problem is that we have to do things that we don't like.
No me beses así que me llenas de saliva.
Oh, don't kiss me like that because you're gonna put saliva all over me.
Oh my God. Uy, tú estás sudado.
Oh, you're all sweaty.
Uy, mi amor, no te peinaste.
Oh, honey, you didn't comb your hair.
No, miente por amor.
Lie for the love.
Mi amor, yo nunca te había visto el pelo así.
Honey, I had never seen your hair like that.
Uy, me turbé.
I got all disturbed.
Pero no le digas por qué te turbaste,
But
déjalo
don't
ahí.
tell her
Me
why you got
turbé.
disturbed. Just say I got disturbed.
Ya vamos casi. Pero
And
es
we're
que
about to
en
finish.
el amor de Dios,
But in the love of God,
la iglesia tiene que
the
entender.
church needs to
La
understand.
iglesia está llena de gente
The
con
church
problemas.
is full of people with
No
problems.
voy a la iglesia
I don't go to
porque
the
allí hay
church
líderes
because there's leaders
que
there
están mal.
that are doing
Allí hay
wrong.
gente
There's people
hipócrita.
that are hypocrites
No,
there.
tú no vienes a la iglesia
You don't come to the church
por la gente.
because of the people.
Cuando a ti la gente te afecta,
When the people affect
tú
you,
no conoces a Dios.
you do not know God.
No lo
You don't
conoces.
know Him.
Mire, no importa la casa que yo vaya.
Look, no matter the house that I go
No
to,
importa.
it doesn't matter.
Cuando me sirven comida,
When they serve the food for me,
hago preguntas.
I ask questions.
Ese soy yo.
That's me.
Porque me da miedo que me sirvan algo que me lo come y después diga,
Because I get scared that they might serve something for me that
Pero en
I'll
mi
eat
casa
it, and
no, en
then
mi
I'm gonna
casa
have to
yo
be like,
llego.
"Ah." Not in my house. In my house, I
con
arrive
los ojos cerrados.
with my eyes closed
Porque sé
because I know
que allí está
that there
lo que me conoce.
is what knows me.
Así es Dios contigo.
And that's how God is with you.
No vengas a la iglesia pensando es que hice muchas cosas.
Don't come to the church thinking it's that I did a lot of
Que le he
things.
fallado tanto a
I
Dios.
have failed God so much.
Ayer le fallé a Dios.
Yesterday I failed
Es
God.
que llevo un mes.
It's been
Es
a
que
month.
llevo tanto.
It's been
Es que
this
llevo lo
much.
otro.
It's been this much.
Dios no es como los hombres.
God is not like the men.
El amor de Dios.
The love of God.
Tú vienes
If you come,
arrepentido.
repented,
Y Él te perdona.
and He forgives you.
Te levanta.
He lifts you up,
Y dice,
and He says,
en 45 minutos lo vas a otra vez.
in 45 minutes He's going to do it again.
Pero te perdonó.
But He forgave you?
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Eso es como el borracho.
That's like the drunk people.
Tú sabes que, mira, hay gente que no
Look,
sabe
there's people
disfrutar
that
la
don't
vida
even know
cuando
how to
estuvo
enjoy
allá.
life when they were over there.
El borracho habla
The
hasta
drunk,
por los codos.
they will talk so much.
Saca todas las
They
verdades.
bring out all the truths.
Y después la gente.
And then the people,
Tú te emborrachaste.
oh, you got drunk. No, leave me.
Y uno promete.
And you promise.
Y al otro día ve la botella y dice,
And the next day you see the bottle and you say,
volvamos.
let's do it again.
Lo único que hoy voy a beber menos.
Today I'm just going to drink a little bit less.
Mentira.
That's a
La
lie.
misma historia.
The same story.
Pero tú sigues creyendo que vas a cambiar.
But
¿Sí
you
o no?
continue to believe that you're going to change, yes or no?
¿Cuántos de los que fueron adictos no decían mañana no
How
mañana?
many of those that were addicts would
Esta es
say,
la
not
última,
tomorrow.
te lo prometo,
This is
esta
the
es la
last time,
última.
I promise you.
Ay, si te decían que no.
And if they would say no,
Así vienes diciendo desde cuándo.
oh, that's how
Ese
you've
es el
been saying
problema,
since
que tú
when.
no crees en
You
uno.
see, that's the problem, that you don't believe in me.
Pero uno creía,
But you would
porque
believe.
entre más tú te perdonas,
Because the more
más
you
tú te
forgive
levantas.
yourself, the more you
Entre
lift
más tú
yourself
crees
up,
en ti,
the more you believe in you,
más poderoso serás.
the more powerful you're going to be.
Aprende.
Learn.
Te van a traicionar
You're gonna be
por
betrayed
fama, por
because of fame,
placer,
because of
las
pleasure, the
críticas,
criticism,
ilusiones.
illusions,
los apetitos sexuales,
the
la
sexual
avaricia,
appetites, the avarice,
las mentiras, los
the
abusos.
lies, the abuses.
Pero no dejes de amar.
But don't stop loving.
Los que se están casando nuevos
Those that are getting married now
o piensan casarse,
or are thinking about getting
no hablen
married.
con gente que llevan más de 30 años.
Don't talk with people that have been married for more than 30
Porque te
years,
garantizo que te vas a arrepentir.
because I guarantee that you're going to repent.
Tú vas a decir, no, pero no me voy a
You're going
casar.
to say, well, no, I'm not going to get married.
Esto está difícil.
This is too hard.
El amor
The love
todo lo puede,
can do it all,
todo lo cree, todo lo
believes it
soporta.
all, endures all.
Pastor, es que
Pastor, it's that.
no,
No.
dejemos de creer.
Let's stop believing.
¿Sabes algo? Te vas a casar.
Look, if you're going to get married,
Deja de estar, pastor, este o esta no es.
stop saying, oh, Pastor, is she the one or is he the one or are they not?
¿Por qué no me dice, pastor, enséñame lo que es ser una mujer?
Why don't you say, Pastor, teach me what it is to be a woman?
Enséñame lo que es ser un hombre.
Teach me what it is to be a man.
Si esta es o no es,
If
no,
she
ese no es
is
el
or
punto.
he is, no, that's not the point.
Enséñame
Teach me
que cuando yo me case,
so that when I get
yo
married,
voy a ser un hombre.
I am going to be a
No
man.
un macho,
Not a macho,
un hombre.
a man.
Enséñame
Teach
a
me.
lo que me voy a enfrentar.
Teach me to what I'm going to face.
Enséñame a los errores que puedo cometer.
Teach me the mistakes that I could commit.
Mire el disparate que hablamos los hombres. Todos los
Look at
hombres.
the nonsense that us the men speak.
Yo no,
Not me.
yo no confío en ninguna mujer. Todas son iguales.
I don't trust in any woman because they're all the same.
Eso incluye a tu maíz.
That includes your mother.
Sí, porque estamos hablando de que no confiamos en las mujeres.
Yes,
O
because
sea,
we're
la
talking
única
about
buena
that
es la
we don't
mamá de
trust
uno.
in women. Well, the only
Ay,
good woman is our mother.
tranquilo.
No.
Cuando tú
be
hablas en
calm.
plural tienes que
When you're
aguantar lo que
speaking in
hablas.
plural, you gotta tolerate what you're saying.
Por eso yo soy así,
This is why I'm like this.
mujeriego.
I'm a
Y no me
womanizer.
caso.
I don't get married.
Todas son iguales.
They're all the same.
Ya, ¿y tu mamá también?
So your mom is also?
Tú estás diciendo que son las mujeres.
Because you're saying that it's the women.
Menos que tú no hayas nacido de un caballo, de,
Unless you were
de un
born
mono.
out of a horse or a monkey.
Eso quiere decir que
So it
tenemos que
means
tener cuidado con lo que decimos.
That we have to be careful with what we say.
Porque el amor
Because the love
es aquel
is that one
que no le gusta estar criticando.
that doesn't like to be criticizing.
Amor es aquel que tú miras y tú dices,
Love is that one that you look and you say,
oh my God.
my God,
Pero let me do it.
but he's my owner.
Let me do it.
Déjame
Déjame hacerlo.
hacerlo. Let me do it.
¿Por qué?
Why?
La gente te va a dejar.
The people will leave you.
Yo tengo una historia de alguien que lo dio en testimonio.
I have a story of somebody that gave it as a
La cosa se
testimony.
le puso difícil. Lo dijeron aquí.
It was said here, things became difficult.
Y le dijo a la persona,
And said to the
mira,
person,
¿sabes qué?
you know what?
Yo voy a adorar a Dios.
I'm going to worship God
Y yo voy a servirle.
and I'm going to serve God.
Todo lo que he invertido, coge.
Everything that I have invested, you could take it.
Pero yo quiero encontrarme con él.
But I want to find myself with him.
¿Sabes lo que hizo la otra persona?
Do you know what the other person did?
Dijo, tranquilo,
The other person said, be calm.
seguiremos hasta el final.
We will continue to the end.
Hay gente
There's people
que hubiera tomado ventaja
that would have taken advantage
y hubiera dicho,
and would have said,
está bien, yo sigo solo.
okay, I'm going to continue alone
Porque se aprovechan de lo tuyo.
because they're going to take advantage of what is yours.
Hay gente
There's people
que quiere vivir una vida
that want to live a life that is
aprovechándose el tiempo de otro.
taking advantage of other people's time,
Aprovechándose
taking
de
advantage
que otro me ayude
for others to help me
cuando yo no me ayudo yo mismo.
when I don't help my own self.
¿Cómo yo voy a sacrificar a otro
How am I going to sacrifice
si
others
yo no me sacrifico?
if I don't sacrifice myself?
Cuando yo le hablo a usted de pasión,
When I speak to you
es
about
porque yo
passion,
tengo pasión.
it's because I have
Cuando yo le
passion.
digo a usted que Dios es
When I
primero,
say to you
es
that
porque
God
yo
is
le he puesto
first,
primero.
it's because I have put him
Cuando
first.
yo le digo a usted que hay que
When I
creer
say
en la
to you
enfermedad,
that
es
you have
porque
to
yo he
believe
estado
in
en
the
enfermedad y le he creído a
It's
Dios.
because I have been in the sickness and I have believed
Cuando
God.
yo le digo a usted que en la escasez hay que
When I
creerle a
say to
Dios,
you that
es
in the
porque yo
family
le he
you have to
creído en la
believe God,
escasez.
it's because I have believed
Cuando
in the
tu
family.
matrimonio se esté
When
derrumbando,
your matrimony
créele a
is
Dios
breaking
y
down,
Dios va a hacer
believe
algo,
God,
es
and God
porque
will do
yo
something.
lo he
And
vivido.
it's because I have lived it.
Y para terminar, que yo sé que usted tiene hambre,
And so that I could finish because I know that you're hungry
y yo también.
and I'm hungry too.
¿Sabe qué es lo que me hace a mí restaurar gente?
Do you know what makes me restore people?
El amor que le tengo a Dios
The love that I have for God
y a la familia de ellos.
and for their families.
Porque cuando yo me siento
Because when
y
I
analizo
sit and I analyze,
y digo, ¿y tú, Ricky, has fallado?
and I say, how about you, Ricky? Have you failed?
Empiezo a mirar como,
I start looking like,
ay, mi madre,
oh, my mother,
que si he fallado.
if I have failed.
Y cuando empiezo a levantar un hombre, una mujer,
And when I start lifting up a man or a
lo que
woman,
pienso en su familia.
what I think about is their
Porque
family.
yo crecí en una familia
Because I grew
deteriorada.
up in a deteriorated
Y
family.
cuando tú no tienes a alguien
when
que
you don't
ame
have
lo que
someone
hace,
that
jamás
loves what they
habrá
there
restauración.
will be never a restoration.
Ah. Te van a fabricar casos.
They're going to bring up cases against you.
Mateo 26:3-5, usted lo lee de allá en su casa.
Matthew 26:3-5. You can read it over there.
Te van a
They're
vituperar.
going to vituperate you.
Porque un día te vieron borracho.
Because
Te van a
one day
decir,
they saw you
ese es un
drunk.
borrachón en el
They're gonna say,
evangelio.
He is a drunk in the gospel.
Porque te vieron una vez.
Because they saw you once.
Te vieron con un cigarrillo de marihuana.
They
Ese
saw
es
you
un
with marijuana,
adicto.
cigarette. Oh no, he's an addict. No.
Te vieron en un lugar equivocado
They saw you at the wrong place
y ya te marcan.
and they mark you.
Fulano se pasa en esos
Oh,
sitios.
that person is always in those
Porque te
places.
vieron en un sitio.
Because they saw you in a place once.
Oh my God. Fulano cometió un error.
This person committed a mistake.
Ese es un divisor, esa
Oh,
es una
he's
divisora.
a divider.
Ese no
She's a
sirve, esa no
divider.
sirve.
They're useless.
Échalo al infierno.
Put them out into
No,
hell.
hay momentos
No,
dados
there's certain moments
que una corrección a tiempo.
that a correction
Levantas
at
un líder
You will
fuerte.
lift up a
Levantas
strong
un hombre
leader. You
fuerte.
will lift up a
Levantas
strong
una
man.
familia
You will lift
poderosa.
up a powerful family.
Pero si yo no aquí en esta posición
But if here in this position,
no puedo tolerar
I cannot
los
do it.
fracasos de mis líderes,
The failures
yo
of
no
my
estoy
leaders.
llamado a ser
I
pastor.
am not called to be a pastor.
Oh my God. Mira a alguien y dile,
Look at somebody and say,
ama a la gente.
love the people
Deja de estar pensando en lo que hace.
and stop thinking about what they do.
Deja de estar pensando si no están como tú.
Stop thinking that they're not like you.
Los únicos que siempre están criticando la caída de
The
otros,
only ones that are always criticizing other
la
people's
debilidad
fault,
de
the
otros,
weakness of
las
others,
consecuencias de
the
otros,
consequences of others,
son los que tienen el Espíritu Santo adormecido.
are the ones that have the Holy Spirit
Lo tienen
dormant.
contrito.
They have it contrite.
Oh my God. Ayer yo tuve que hacer algo fuera de la agenda.
Yesterday I had to do something that was out of my
Me
agenda.
encerré aquí como por hora y
I
media
enclosed myself here like for an hour and a
a
half
interceder.
to intercede.
No por complacer,
Not because I
es
don't want
que
it to
hay
please.
algo dentro de mí
It's that
que
there's
me
something
dice,
inside
este es
that
tu
says,
llamado,
this is
esto es
your
lo que tú
calling.
naciste,
This is what
esto
you
es lo
were
que
born
tú
for.
sabes,
This is what you know.
esto es lo que yo he puesto en ti.
This is what I put in you.
Va a haber gente falsa.
There's going to be false people.
Va a haber gente que se va a meter en tu matrimonio a hablar mal de él.
People that are going to get into your matrimony to talk bad about it.
Hay hermanos, primos, tíos,
There's brothers,
amigos
cousins, uncles, friends
que como ellos son
that
fracasados,
because they have failed,
te quieren ver fracasado
they
a ti.
want to see you failing too.
No te quieren hablar de perdón
They
porque
don't
ellos
want
no
to talk
saben
about forgiveness
perdonar.
because they don't know how to forgive.
No te pueden hablar de esperanza
They
porque
cannot
ellos yo
speak
no
about
la
hope
tienen.
because they don't have it anymore.
No te quieren hablar de cosas buenas
They don't want to speak about good
porque ellos
things
no saben lo que es bueno.
because they don't even know what it is.
No vayas a la iglesia.
Don't go to the church.
La iglesia es para los
The
hipócritas.
church is for the
La
hypocrites.
iglesia es para los
The
cansados.
church is for those that are
Es
tired.
que los hipócritas más grandes son ellos.
It's that the biggest hypocrites are them.
Los más cansados son
The
ellos.
most tired are them.
Búscate
Look for
que
it.
el que siempre está criticando
That one that is always criticizing
no es feliz.
is not happy.
No lo es.
They are not.
Mira, yo tengo 3 nietos
Look, I have 3 grandchildren,
y ya los 3 tienen, ya yo estoy pudiendo discernir
and I'm already having a discernment
sus cualidades,
of their qualities,
sus llamados,
their callings,
pero también
but also
sus defectos,
their defects,
también
Also,
sus comportamientos.
their behaviors.
Uno va a ser así, el otro va a
One
ser
is going
así,
to
el
be
otro
like
va a
this,
ser
the other
así.
one's going to be like this, and the other one's going to be like this.
¿Saben?
You know.
Ya no, ya eres un hombre, no puedes cambiar ahora porque a César.
Cesar, now you're a man. You can't change now.
No, porque si te recuestas de esto pierdes.
Because if you rely on this, you're going to lose.
Pero Eda siempre me decía.
But Eda would always say to me.
Cuando César iba creciendo.
When Cesar was growing up.
Y cuando llegó a cierta edad,
And when he made it to
18,
a certain
19.
age, 18, 19.
Y ella me decía.
Eda would say.
¿Qué tú estás hablando, varón?
What are you talking, man?
Dime qué él no hace.
Tell me what he doesn't do.
Y lo imprudente.
And how imprudent he is.
Que tú no lo hacías.
That you didn't do too.
Tú eras igual.
Because you were the same.
¿Sabe? A veces.
You know, sometimes.
Condenamos a los nuestros.
We condemn our own.
Porque hemos cambiado.
Because we have changed.
Entonces tú no puedes condenar a los tuyos porque ya tú cambiaste.
So you cannot condemn yours because you have already
Tú
changed.
tienes que tener paciencia y amor
You have to have patience and love
para corregirlo.
to correct them.
That's it.
That's it.
A veces hay madres.
Sometimes there's mothers.
Es que esta nena, Dios mío.
Oh, it's that this daughter, my God.
Que salvolada, que enamorada.
You know, she likes to
Pues
fall
si
in
tú
love.
eras
a lot.
una enamorada
Well, you were one that
también.
used to fall in love a lot too.
Tú corrías caballo sin silla.
You used to run a horse without the saddle.
¿Saben ese refrán o no lo
Do you know
saben?
that saying?
Para que no vayan a
I
malinterpretar
don't
ahora.
want you to misinterpret it now.
¿Ah? Se supone que uno se monte en un caballo con la silla.
You're supposed to ride a horse with the saddle on.
Solo los que dominan
Only those that have dominion
se montan sin silla.
will ride it without the
Usted
saddle.
dominaba la calle y ahora
You
quiere
had dominion
atacar a la
of the streets,
muchacha, al
but now you want to
muchacho.
come and attack your daughter, your son.
Usted era una paricera mala.
You used to party a
Usted
lot.
estaba metida donde
You
quiera.
were everywhere.
Entonces ahora la nena carga tu
But
ADN
now your daughter carries your DNA,
y tú quieres que ella sea una monja.
and you want her to be unknown.
No la ataque.
No, don't
Ayúdala a
attack her.
cambiar.
Help her
Háblale.
change.
Ten los
Speak to her and
pantalones,
say,
mujer.
have your pants on, woman.
Y dile, nena, ven acá.
And say, come here, daughter.
Yo también brinqué.
I
Yo
also
también
jumped.
salté.
I also
Yo
was
también
jumping
hice
around. I also
esto.
did
Pero
this.
no, porque ahora
No,
cambiaron.
now because they changed.
Nena, yo no te he enseñado esto.
Daughter, I have not taught you that.
Nena, a ti tampoco tu mamá te lo
Your
enseñó.
mother didn't teach you neither.
Lo aprendiste tú en la calle.
You learned it out in the streets.
Ah. Pero como queremos vivir una apariencia.
But because we want to try to live an appearance.
Nena, ¿quién te enseñó eso?
Daughter, who taught you that?
Si la nena un día te dijera,
If she would be able to say one day,
este es el hombre que yo ilustro aquí.
I mean, this is a man that I use for illustrations here.
Tú no me lo enseñaste.
You didn't teach me.
No sé qué diablo es que cargo en la
I don't
carne
know
lo
what
que
the
no
devil
quiero
I carry
hacer.
in the flesh that I do what I don't want to do.
Y si tú tuvieras la...
And if you had,
Decirle, nena, siéntate ahí.
you know, and said, daughter, sit there.
Te voy a hablar.
I'm going to talk to you.
Todo lo que yo hice sin licencia.
Everything that I did without the license to do it.
Yo no estoy hablando de una nena de 10 o 12
I'm not talking
años.
about a
Hablando ya
10-year-old,
cuando
a
son
12-year-old.
mujercitas
I'm talking
ya.
about when they're women already.
Siéntate ahí.
Sit there.
Te voy a enseñar
I'm going to teach you
cómo yo corría sin que me vieran.
how I would run without being seen.
Te voy a enseñar cómo brincaba verjas
I'm going to teach you how I would jump the fences
sin lastimarme
without getting hurt,
ni marcarlo.
without having any scars.
Te voy a
I'm
enseñar
going to teach you
que yo misma me
that
tenía miedo.
I myself was scared of me.
Solo Cristo
Only
pudo
Christ
cambiar.
was able to change me.
Y si los padres hicieran lo mismo,
And if the fathers would do the same
nene,
thing,
siéntate ahí.
look, son, sit there.
Y le enseñaran,
And if we would teach them,
no hagas esto.
don't do this.
Yo lo hice
I did it.
y me trajo problemas.
And it brought me problems.
El nene fuma un cigarrillito de marihuana.
The son smokes a marijuana cigarette.
Allá viene el pai,
Over there comes the father.
que era un adicto,
That
tal
was
vez
an
un
addict,
vendedor,
or probably one
un
that sold it,
tramposo, un
or somebody that
mentiroso.
was a cheater, a liar.
¿Quién te enseñó eso?
Who taught you that?
Tal vez nunca te lo enseñaron,
Well, you were probably never taught,
pero corre
but it runs
en el ADN.
in the DNA.
Nene, siéntate ahí,
Say, sit, son,
siéntate.
sit there.
Te voy a enseñar
I'm going to teach you
que hay cosas que te van a avergonzar
that
toda la
there's
vida.
things that are going to make you feel ashamed your whole life
Porque yo vivo avergonzado
because I live in shame,
de lo que
ashamed of what I
y
did.
no quiero que tú pases por lo mismo.
And I don't want you to go through the same.
Tu papá no era un monje.
Your father was not a monk.
Ni primera comunión tengo.
I don't even have a first communion.
Yo no iba a la iglesia.
I didn't go to church.
Yo quiero que tú pelees.
I want you to fight.
Porque yo veía una escoba y la veía.
Because I would see a broom and I would see it.
Mío, como camina.
My God, look how she walks.
Enséñale.
You have to teach them.
Porque el amor
Because the love
que tú le tengas a ese muchacho, a
that you
esa
have for
muchacha,
that son or that daughter
es lo que lo va a llevar a la leche.
is what's going to take them to success.
Pero no quieras corregir con falsedades y
But don't try to
mentiras.
correct with falseness or lies.
¿De dónde sacaste eso?
Where did you get that from?
De ti.
From you.
De ti lo saqué.
From you I got it.
Yo no te lo enseñé.
I didn't teach you
Ah,
that.
pues entonces todo lo que tú hiciste, tu mamá era así también.
Okay,
¿Que
so
te lo
all that
enseñó?
you did, your mom taught you also? That taught you that?
No, no hables así de tu
No, don't
abuela.
talk like that about your grandma.
No, yo te estoy preguntando
No,
si
I'm
ella te lo
asking you
enseñó.
if she was the one that taught you.
No.
No.
Ah, pues entonces a mí tampoco.
So me
¿Cómo
neither.
tú lo aprendiste?
How did you learn it?
A la calle.
The
Eso
streets.
mismo me pasa a
Well,
mí.
that's exactly what happens to me.
Pero no tenemos la educación suficiente
But we don't have enough education
y la disciplina
and
suficiente
sufficient discipline
para aceptar nuestros errores.
to accept our mistakes.
Oh. Yo no he dicho que de detalle.
I haven't said that you should give the details,
Cómo brincaba la verja.
how you were
Yo
jumping
no,
the fence.
dile brinqué la verja.
Just say, I jumped the fence.
That's it.
That's it.
No le dé explicaciones.
Don't give any explanations.
No le des ideas. Exacto.
Don't give them ideas.
Mío. Aún en este tiempo,
Even in this time,
a Jesús lo siguen vituperando.
Jesus continues to be vituperated.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Es falso.
He's false.
Esa gente
Those people,
no están preparados.
they're not prepared.
Los evangélicos son unos brutos.
The Christians are dumb.
Ahí no hay crecimiento.
There's no growth there.
Bueno, aquí
Well, here,
esta es una de las iglesias
this is one of the churches
que más empresarios y negociantes tiene.
that the most business
toda
people,
esta región.
entrepreneurs has in all of this region.
Algo está pasando.
Something is happening.
Gente restaurada, gente levantada.
People that are restored, people that are lifted up.
Vamos a amar.
Let's love.
Vamos a valorizar
Let's value.
y entendamos la realidad.
And let's understand the reality.
Vayan subiendo. El amor
Love
solo se llena
is only filled
con conocimiento.
with knowledge.
Y vamos aprendiendo
We're learning
y vamos amando.
and we start loving.
Mire esto.
Look at this.
Hoy extendí un poco, pero es que me era necesario.
Today I extended a little bit, but it was necessary.
El poder
The power
solo se sube a la cabeza
only goes up to your head
cuando encuentra un cerebro vacío.
when it finds an empty brain.
Cuando la gente se va más allá
When the people go farther
de lo que necesita,
than what they need.
es simplemente
It's just simply
porque su cerebro
because their brain
no entiende lo que está pasando.
doesn't understand what is
A mí
happening.
Dios no me dejó prosperar
God did not allow me to prosper
económicamente
in my economy
hasta que yo estaba listo.
until I was ready.
Porque Él sabía
Because he knew
que yo me iba a descarriar.
that I was going to be derailed.
Porque yo amaba el dinero.
Because I loved the money.
Ahora no.
Not now.
Ahora lo gasto con mi gente
Now
como
I
si nada.
spend it with my people like
A veces tengo que
nothing.
coger miedo. Porque
Sometimes I got to get scared because